Some modern women love to break up their own relationships and then believe that they can just put them back together like nothing ever happened. They can't, because these women wanted a divorce and now regret it. Subscribe, let's get into it. This video is for entertainment purposes only. No offense or disrespect is intended towards any individual or group.
I honestly don't know how to explain this. Ever since I've been single, which has been about 1.5 years, I feel so on edge. And like when I say on edge, I mean that I feel the worst dread that you could ever imagine. Like when I say I have anxiety, I don't mean just like, oh, I'm a little anxious today. I mean, I feel the worst anxiety I have ever felt in my life. I feel when people say impending doom, I think this is what they're talking about. I can't like calm down. And like I'll go through like periods or days where I feel fine and like, you know, normal. And then I go through months of just constantly waking up and feeling like I am dying. Like I am dying. Like if death had a feeling, I think this is how it would feel. I honestly don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I think this is why I was always in relationships, to avoid this feeling, because I knew if I was on my own, I would feel this. I didn't know to the extent that I would feel it, but I wake up and, oh my God, it's so bad. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I try to explain it to my therapist and I can't even explain it because it's so bad. Like, I would not wish this feeling on my worst enemy. It's not like I'm just sitting here at home, usually. And it doesn't matter. I just carry that feeling with me and it feels like I'm actually dying and it makes me want to go back. Obviously, like if you're in that much pain, obviously you want to go back to where you didn't feel like that. And I hate that for me because I feel like desperate. Like it makes me feel desperate when logically I know like, hey, hello, you need to be like working on yourself and whatever. But I just can't. I have gathered from like other sources that maybe it's just attachment problems. Like I think my nervous system is so used to being with someone and attaching to someone in a very unhealthy way that it doesn't know how to survive on its own. And I've done a lot of healing work with that. I feel like my attachment wounds just go so deep, and I feel like no matter how much, you know, healing I try to do, it just seems like an endless pit, and I just like don't know how to get rid of this feeling. I truly, truly don't.
Pay attention to what she's saying. This is all her own problem. I mean, she never once says her ex treated her badly. What she's feeling is regret, and she brought that on herself.
I'm literally sitting on my bathroom floor. I just need to talk about this really quickly. Divorce is very hard. Especially when you have kids. I got married with the intention of staying with that person forever, right? Because I had a child with them and I wanted that family to be this perfect family. That didn't happen, right? And now I have to deal with not having my daughter all the time, and it breaks my freaking heart. You have no idea. Her dad gets her every other weekend, and I know I get her a lot of the time, and it's just, you just feel like a bad mom when you're not with her. Like, and I'm the sole provider for her, so I have to go work, and I feel bad when I leave her. I just see some comments and they bother me, and I know they shouldn't, but it bothers me because sometimes I feel like it's society's view on this whole thing. Then there's this societal stigma of these gender standards. Like, I'm a woman, right? I start dating again, I'm a slut, right? A man starts dating again, good for him. Woman, assertive, speaks her mind, she's a bitch. Man speaks his mind, wow, he's the boss, right? I start dating, oh my God, it's so soon.
She is super heartbroken about this, but she's ignoring the core issue here. She didn't have to get a divorce. She essentially chose this. She needs to stop blaming the world for problems she created.
This side of divorce that nobody talks about. So almost a year later, you still sit in your car crying. Because you just want your family back. You would do anything to get your family back, but it doesn't matter. So you sit in your car because you don't want your kids to see you weak. And you just cry. And hope one day it'll just all get better. I hope that one day is soon.
That crying looks suspiciously like a smile to me, but she has to fake a cry to get sympathy because otherwise people will point out that the divorce was her fault.
What inspires you to stay active at this stage in your life?
Definitely don't want to get old.
How often do you go out walking like this?
Every day.
And you're how old?
51.
And have you ever been married before?
Twice.
2 marriages.
2 marriages.
Single now.
Single now.
How do you go out into the world as a single woman now?
Just love all people, experiences, all of that. Enjoy where you are though. Don't always look for the next best because you never know.
What do you think caused your prior marriages to end?
Lack of communication and always thinking that you're right and you might not be.
Both times?
Yeah.
How long was your first marriage?
First marriage was 10 years, second was 8.
Or what do you feel like you learned in your second marriage that you didn't learn in your first one?
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Yeah, he's the love of my life. He's married now, happy. I think I gave up too soon.
You think you gave up
I
in
did.
your second marriage?
Yep.
How old were you at the time?
43. Grass is not always greener on the other side.
Why do you think you gave up back then?
Honestly, because I didn't see the changes. It was always patterns that just kept going rather than realizing people sometimes need time to change their patterns rather than somebody telling them that they need to change. People need to change for themselves and not for what somebody is telling them.
So it was the patience.
Yeah.
If you could go back now, you would.
I would have waited.
You would have redone it.
I would have stuck it out. Yeah.
Why do you think so many young women in today's day could be stubborn?
Oh, because you're looking at social media and you're looking at what you think the other person should be doing rather than
seeing what they actually are.
Yeah. As long as you're not being abused, if they're not doing anything like horrible, right? Stick it out.
There's definitely no such thing as a perfect human. Obviously. She realized that a little bit too late, that she had a good man and was so busy trying to change him that she didn't appreciate him in the end. It's unfortunate.
Hey, I had a 2-year-long relationship with a girl. She broke up with me, immediately got with someone after 6 days. It's been over a month since then. She's texting me, telling me she misses me and the pet we adopted together. I think the bridge is completely destroyed, but I'm still at a loss of what to do. You think the bridge is destroyed. It is, because you think so, you believe it, and it sounds like your reality. Is this your person? Is this a person you reach to when you're in the depths of being absolutely yourself and you're drowning in your own mystery and mortality? It doesn't sound like it. Just because, she's bouncing around figuring out her life. Not a bad person, just probably in a different place than you are. Is this your person? If not, you're right. I would burn this bridge, let it go.
If she got with someone else within a week of that relationship ending, she never really cared about him in the first place. And that's important, to just keep in mind. He should definitely find someone who does. She's adding so much drama to this. I mean, single forever, right? No, she doesn't have to be single forever, and she definitely won't be single forever, obviously. She's choosing to be single forever by simply, not just expanding her life, getting a job, doing this, doing that, going out there, getting out there, and just existing.
The court notified me that my final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it sucks being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone. I don't hardly talk to him anymore. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce. So I'm sure people are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying? Just because you make a decision that you think is going to end up making things better, doesn't mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person or that you did it because you were trying or whatever. I've never met anybody like him, and I've never loved anybody like him either.
What is she saying? I mean, that she filed for divorce, but she loved him more than anyone, and she didn't want to get divorced? Why get a divorce in the first place if you don't want one? That doesn't make sense.
I'm going to say this right now, and they're going to rub people the wrong way. If a woman decides that she don't want to be in a relationship anymore, and that separates the children from the man, that's her damn fault. She did that. Women don't have the wherewithal to say, well, I made a decision for myself that's going to separate you from your dad and your life is going to be different, but I'm going to be a better mom to you. They don't even have the wherewithal to say that. They just let the children believe and grow up that the man done abandoned them. How the hell I abandoned the children when you left? When you did the things that ended, when you decided that you want to go do something else. Some women want to go be with somebody else. Some women want to be single. Some women want to do whatever they want to do. At that point, the woman has made a decision that fucked them children's life up. Now, you as a man, you can't just keep that going. Why? Because now all of a sudden you gotta recreate your whole life. Your whole life was about your family. Now that you ain't got that no more, who are you? You're nobody. You got to recreate yourself. You got to rebrand yourself, dog. So yes, there's going to be some time where you're going to be away. And also, you will never be able to replicate that same relationship that you had when you was in that household. You can't. You got niggas out here, man, you done moved 30 minutes away. You still trying to get up every morning, go pick them children up and take them to school because that's what you used to do in the house. Hell no. You only did that because you was in the house. Now the woman complain because she got to do it all the time. Okay, yeah, you made the decision to do it all. Well, I thought you were going to keep. No, hell, you didn't. As men, we got to start standing up for ourselves, man. Stop letting society and these women tell you that you wrong for standing up for yourself when all you got is yourself. We make all these sacrifices and all these things for family when we got a family. Okay, well, when you ain't got no family no more, when the family's broken up, especially if that was the woman wanted, man, you go live your life, man. Take care of your financial responsibility. And then otherwise, man, you do what you got to do, man, to give yourself a comfortable life because your life has been destroyed. If you were a father and you were a husband and now you're not, your life has been destroyed. It may take you 5 or 10 years to rebuild your life because first you got to fall out of love with the broad. And then you got to fall out of love with the children. Then you got to fall out of love with the responsibility. Then you got to fall out of love with the lifestyle.
This sounds like the kind of person who was just a little bit selfish, right? Maybe a little bit more than a little. She thought about herself before thinking about the kids.
Jarring part of this divorce is that the person, maybe I'm not out of tears, damn it. Damn it. I really thought I was done crying about this. I think the saddest part of this whole thing has just been like someone I saw literally every day for 6 years and was my family is a complete stranger now. Like I don't know them at all. It happened so fast. I feel like there's no safety anywhere in life. There's a guy mowing the grass in front of me and he's probably like, what the hell are you? What is wrong with this girl? Someone posted a picture of him on their stories the other day and I saw it and I just had like no feelings of like anything resentful. Just like he looked happy and I'm like, I'm happy for him. And like, I genuinely felt like peaceful and happy. Like this is the right thing because I don't want to exist in that life. Like I was in the wrong movie.
This is pretty crazy. He did not have to be a stranger to her. She filed for divorce. She wanted this. Now she's crying about it on TikTok. Maybe for attention. Who knows?
It's like when you do no contact and you do these things to attract her back. No, you need to be doing no contact and these things to go on about your business, to perfect your craft, to perfect the skill, to be a better you, not to re-attract her, because 9 times out of 10, she's going to repeat what she showed you in the first place. Your aura and your energy speaks when you're not to be played with. Honestly, when a woman plays games with you and then she's in your face again, you're kind of just like, what's up? Oh, no, I'm doing good. How are you? Not like, man, you play games with me. Don't even be mad about it because it hurts her more to see you just standing there like, your aura speaks, bro.
Pretty much right on all counts. I mean, you can't live your life for someone who you essentially left or left you, right? You know, you might think you want them because you were hurt by a breakup, but you broke up for a reason.
I was a selfish in my marriage. I've been divorced now almost 4 years, but I was married to my ex-husband 16 years and with him 18 years. And again, I was a selfish. Nothing was ever good enough. I took him for granted. He seriously rolled out the red carpet for me. He was sweet, kind, generous. He told me how much he loved me 5 times a day. He told me how beautiful I was every day. If he'd wake me up in the morning, because he knows I love massages, wake me up rubbing my shoulders. He'd rub my feet every evening while we were watching TV. If I said, for example, oh, I'm craving a Dr. Pepper, he'd be like, okay, let me go to the corner store and get it. He adored me. He was amazing. Like on paper, it's what every girl wants, seriously. And yeah, I took it for granted. And now I lost that, right? And I carried a lot of guilt because I caused it. That's my biggest regret in life, is not saving, the whole family aspect.
This seems like progress because she has realized it was her fault in the end, but it's only real progress if she doesn't take the next man for granted too. And honestly, we'll have to see.
I just came to the realization that, like, if you're 40 years old, you're never gonna find love. Like, oh my God. Sorry, I woke up like really, really emotional because I was married for, oh my God, I need to stop. I was married for over 20 years, and like, I was so used to being a wife. Like, I loved being married, like, I love being a wife. I love having like that one person I love coming home to and like venting all my to. And now it's like, yeah, you date people and like sparks fly, and then it's just like, oh, I found better,
If she loved all of that so much, then why did she choose to walk away? Right? It doesn't sound like there were much problems, if any at all. So what was she looking for? Someone better? Yeah, I don't even know. More exciting, right?
I have literally been fine this whole like divorce process, but it is so weird. Like, today has been like such a weird day that I'm like getting divorced in the morning. And it's not even about him, because like I'm not in love with him anymore. It's just the fact that like I had to go through this and like all by myself without somebody that cared. It's so weird, but I have never felt like this. Is like, today has been like the weirdest. Like, I'm so excited, but it's just a weird day. Like, I can't even explain it. But yeah, it's just like crazy that I've had to experience this kind of pain like all day long. It's just been kind of like weird, but it's all good.
Someone absolutely did care about her. She had a husband. She decided that she didn't love anymore and she left. And, that is very unfortunate.
Accepting that you are most likely going to be alone for the rest of your life is a really hard pill to swallow. And it's not even because there's anything wrong with me or that I am not deserving. I'm just tired. I've spent most of my life recovering from men who have caused so much trauma. My physical brain cannot handle anymore. It is always in survival mode. It is always in fight or flight mode. My brain has never fully recovered from the trauma that has been caused. I meet guys and I feel like I'm constantly looking for a reason to not trust them, because I have never experienced a good man before. Like, I've never been in a good, healthy relationship. I don't even know what that looks like. I don't even know what to look for. I don't know what is normal. I've never experienced normal. How am I supposed to know? And now I'm 37, and every man that I meet is disappointing and doesn't add value to my life, doesn't make me happy.
You know what she means when she says men are all disappointing? She means they're boring. Most likely is what she's trying to say here. She's always been in bad relationships because she's calling good men boring, and that's kind of on her, I guess. But, just surround yourself with different people.
It's like he's taken every single tradition I've ever done and now turned it into his. everything I've ever done. Now I find myself triggered because during the hardest time of my year last year, of me literally trying to stay alive, me dealing with all the craziness of my ex, the lying, the alienation, him calling me a whore, him having my children call me a whore. Why? Not because I did anything bad, because I wore spaghetti straps and all that. And the only way that he could use my children against me was to say I was on social media. I'm a photographer. I make silly TikToks. Honestly, I'll probably progress more with my TikToks because at first they were just pictures. But the more I was stressed, the more I hid in myself, the more I tried to survive, the more I took refuge in TikToks and finding stuff that, resonated with me. And honestly, it's the way I realized what a covert narcissist was, or how bad my abuse was, or mental abuse, or financial abuse, and all that stuff. Like, literally, TikTok has saved my life in so many ways. Who would think, Mom, we're going to Gatlinburg for Christmas, would trigger me? This man's had at least 3 vacations in the past year to like really nice places with my children. At least 3 that I know of, because he has them lie to me. He has them outright lie to me about so much stuff. So who knows? God knows what they've done. And then the holidays and all that. Now my triggers are, he gets to just go and take my kids to the Notre Dame and Clemson game. I wish I could do that. I can't afford to do that. Why? Because he screwed me. He lied about owning a company. And there's ways to prove it. I'm trying to be happy and show my kids that like life can move on. But the triggers, the random fucking triggers that have me sitting in a Quick Trip parking lot trying not to cry. Why? Because my ex has so much money. He makes more than $18,000 a month easily, or at least he did. He made almost $1 million the year before we divorced and then lied about it. He has all the money at his fingertips to do whatever he wants, to buy my children, take them on trips, take them on vacations. Why I literally have the bare minimum to pay my bills on top of trying to restart a career because it was a hobby, because I was a stay-at-home mom. And now I sit here with the triggers. A fucking trigger because he's going to the Clemson Notre Dame game with my kids. I can't just randomly afford that. Hell, I can't even get them all in the same room at the same time. So I sit here.
She could have done all that stuff with her kids too if she hadn't gone with the divorce. But, beggars can't be choosers. It's in the past, I guess. And, she can't blame him for doing fun stuff with his kids.
I really don't know how I got here. I am literally sitting in my car, just finished a business meeting about acquiring a pretty good, we'll just say a existing business, okay? And I'm just sitting here looking back at everything that has happened in my life, like, what the fuck? Like, all I ever wanted in life was to be a wife and a mom and have a family. I like the simple life. I want to live a little bit out in the country on some land and have 2 cows, because if you have one, it's going to be lonely. With my family, and I wanted a big family, and the kids come over when they grow up, and then the grandkids come over, and like we all ride 4-wheelers together and just all that kind of stuff,
Sounds like she was on track to having that life before she chose to leave the marriage. She's only regretting things now.
I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. I found myself divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places. Fucking this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one. And my body count going up and my value going down. I'm just going to call it like a TI is. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them. I should have stayed married to my husband. I felt like I was on this dark road with no street lights, pitch dark, and I couldn't find my way and didn't know which way to go. I felt lost. I felt like I was walking barefoot on that dark road with pebbles and hot rocks sticking my foot. I felt hurt. I felt alone because every time he and that one and this one and that one left my bed, I was alone all by myself. And which was supposed to be soft and comfortable for me, my pillow, it was now filled with tears. I should not have left my husband. I am filled with joy now because I have a wonderful man in my life. And although my marriage to my ex is over, I should have stayed with my husband. Now, believe me, he was no angel. But guess what? Neither was I. I just thought I was better than the man. Peace.
She's owning up about what she did wrong, and you absolutely have to respect that. Me too. You know, you just can't do anything other than respect that, especially when accountability is there. But I hope a few more people go down that same path.
You wanna know what my biggest regret of my divorce was? Letting the divorce dictate what I did for about the first 8 years when I started it. I literally let the court system, filings, the motions, the attorneys, the judge, my ex, all the bullshit associated with him, and everything wrapped up in the divorce. I let that shit consume me so fucking much. It is my number one regret. My self-esteem was so low during those first 8 years. I lived and breathed trying to kiss a man's ass who hated my guts, who was always going to hate me, just so I could come across that our co-parenting journey was okay when it really was not. It was a shamble. It was a shit show. And I literally tried everything I could to make it perfect for my kids, when in reality, I was only causing more problems because I was showing my kids that boundaries don't matter, self-worth wasn't important, and that I could just, let someone fuck me up with their words. Don't be me. Take care of yourself during this journey.
So she left and then caused even more problems for her kids by handling it very rough and badly. This is pretty common these days, I feel. I mean, you've got to worry about how the next generation of kids are going to be growing up and the role models, etc. You got to pray for them.
Marriage and divorce really is like the hardest thing in the world. This man has been my best friend, not only my husband, but my best friend for the past 13 years now, 14 actually. And how strange is it that he's just gone? It's just the weirdest thing because we've been living together, sharing our lives together for the past, we've been married for only 8.5 years, but we've been together for 13. And he's my best friend. He knows everything about me. I know everything about him. And now he's just gone. And it's so strange because I want to talk to him about what is happening. But I can't because what is happening is because of him. I go through the day of I'm separated from my husband and getting a divorce, and something will happen with the kids or something funny, or I'll see something stupid on social media, and he's always the first person that I would send it to. And now that's just gone. It's so strange.
If he was her best friend, why did she leave him? What was so bad that she thought divorce was the right choice? I don't even know, but I know what the right choice really is. You subscribing and liking and making sure to keep on notifications so I can catch you in the next one. Stay strong.